Recording is on.
Good evening, guys. Today, the D9 section Introduction to MSP 430. The MSP 430 is the microcontroller which will be used for the smaller devices, and the smaller devices like cell phones and the keypad touchpads, and it is not like act like only the processor or is in a microcontroller only. It adds like the sensor also. And now we can learn about clearly about the MSP 430 and the MSP 430 families. What was the MSP 430 families is there, and what was the that families will be executing that particular parts, and what was the execution process of that MSP 430 we can see here. The MSP 430 is a microcontroller family from Texas Instruments. The Texas Instruments has make this MSP 430 for a smaller type of instrumentation for giving the exact accuracy by the power less consumption. This was the futures of this MSP 430, and it is one of the simplest microcontroller families from T1 series. What was the T1 series means? If you go with the microcontroller or microprocessor, there will be a different type of series. If you go with any type of equipments, there will be a series. That is like here we have a T1 series. MSP 430. Firstly, we have to know about that MSP 430 means that MSP means stands for mixed signal processor. Mixed signal processor means whatever the conversion of a different type of signals in a one processor, and it's like in a geolocation sensor. Yeah, geolocation sensor, it can take any type of a signal to it, and it can detect any type of a signal. Like that, the mixture of a signals it can receive that, that's why this is called as an MSP 430. MS 430 is the basic command mode that for a particular device. It is a 16-bit processor. Yeah, you know that yesterday you have studied about the bits and the bytes. What was the 16-bit and 32-bit you have studied? This is the 16-bit processor or 20-bit, and DB is equal to 16-bit. Mean that the DB is that AB is 16-bit or 20-bit, and DB is 16-bit. The DB, I mean that this is the ports AB and the DB, input and output ports it will be, and for the AB it will be 16-bit or else 20-bit it will be, but the DB ports it will be only 16-bit. It is specified and fixed for that, and designed for low power application. Yeah, already I have repeated you at previously. It will be used for low power applications. It can be used for general purpose sensing and measurement, capacitivity touch sensor, ultrasonic sensor. Yeah, like in the smaller type of products, like a general purpose sensing and measurement, capacitivity touch sensing, and ultrasonic sensing. These all the sensors can be capable to access within the MSP 430 module. It will be also like in the Arduino structure only. At the further slides, you can you are going to see that architecture and the what was the working process, and you'll be seeing the board of MSP 430. And MSP 430, as I mentioned, the MSP 430 is a microcontroller from the Texas Instruments. It is one of the simplest microcontroller family from T1 series. MSP stands from mixed signal processor. This is to indicate that the microcontroller has a CPU and another digital building blocks, and apart from that, it has support an analog circuit. Yeah, it also has the digital and the analog circuit, and it works like in a CPU. CPU means the central processing unit. The central processing unit, whatever the commands we are giving for the particular task we are giving for the CPU, that CPU is going to be a process in that particular variancy of a time, and it is giving us an output whatever we needed according to our input methodology. Here also we can see that it will be act like in a CPU means whatever the input it is going to be take from us by the form of a coding, and it is going to be decode that particular data into in a machine language. That machine language is going to be process that data and giving the output by any type of like bulb or any output motor or something else, or sensing activities like ultrasonic sensing or obstacle avoiding like that. This was all about MSP 430, and here we can study the clear process about an MSP 430. It is a 16-bit processor. As you see here, the 16-bit data path which connects to the memory which is integrated on the chip. Yeah, if you go with the microcontroller or microprocessor, there will be two classification. One is off chip and the on chip. And here we are learning about an on chip. On chip means the microcontroller or in processing with the on chip only, and whatever the data will be processed with the circuiting of the on chip circuiting process only, and this is a 16-bit data path. Okay, now you are clear. The amount of memory and peripheral and various type of memory in fact can be accessed using a address bus, which is for most cases 16-bit address bus, which means it has two rises to power 16 address location, memory location. And in some cases when you want to have more memory than is possible with the two rise to power 16 combinations, it also use a 20-bit address bus. Yeah, here you can see that guys, in some location and some database location they are using the 16-bit data bus, and some location they are using the 20-bit address bus. In the data bus, in the address bus, address location and as well as in the address bus. Address location means whatever the file name we are giving for that address bus. In some ways they are using in the 16-bit, and in some ways they are using in the 20-bit according to the requirement of in a particular object or in a particular device and industry basis or as a home basis. We are using this type of microcontrollers for a particular task. The intended application areas of general purpose sensing and measurement. So you may create instruments where you see various physical parameters, measure them, process them, and provide an appropriate output. Yeah, here you can see that they are measuring and calculating and processing and providing the exact output for us by using of this MSP 430. It has a concept called capacitivity. Capacitivity touch sensing. You may correlate with that very easily. Yeah, it has not only to be give the output and to be in a process the data only, it has a capacity to touch sensing capacity is a, that's why we can use this type of module at our touch sensor phones. And nowadays the whole the technology has been updated, and now the processors and the modules are coming with the super fast and as well as the super advanced technology. In that super advanced technology the MSP 430 is one of the part. And nowadays so many at the like mobile phones that are using this type of sensor for giving the exact accuracy in time. Yeah, touch and kind of touch that is used on smartphones and comparative touches, it has been using at the smartphones. As I said you had previously, the smartphones and the smart devices which they are using, they are mainly using by this particular MSP 430 module only. Why means to be giving the exact accuracy and the real time environment technology. And here we can see that the family of MSP 430, the MSP 430 has been divided into many families, but the major families are this: MSP 430 G2201. This was the basic number of that. MSP 430 is common for anything. And from the G series there will be an E series, there will be an N series, like will be different types of series will be at the MSP 430. And this was the main series according to the series and according to the classification we have been defined over here. You can see the MSP 430G 2201 is that the program memory KB is 80 kilobyte, the programmable memory kilobyte is 8, and SRAM and DRAM will be artist. And here we can see that the SRAM will be adding here bytes, like it adds on a 128 bytes. How much program memory is there? 8 KB kilobyte. And here at the second column we are getting in a the SRAM of 128 bytes. And the third column we are getting in a input and output pins are 10. How many pins is there? We are at the MSP 430 family of 20001 Z 200, sorry, G 2201 model. We have in 10 input and output pins. ADC channels, no. And the ADC resolution bits, no. And USI USCI is no. And 16-bit timer is 1. At previously we have learned at the microcontroller classification timer and the counters, that was the timer. Here you are saying 16-bit timer is 1. And a capture and compress hardware is 2. Capture and compressor hardware is 2. And when we go through the another family, MSP 430G2231 is the program memory kilobyte is 8 and SRAM bytes is 128. And there is no difference between that and this. What? 2201 and the 2231. There is no difference. There will be a slight difference. The input and output pins are 10, same. And ADC channels has included like 8, but at the 2201 is nothing. And there we got in a somewhat advanced future, the ADC channels, optional channels has been added. And ADC resolution bits has been added into the 10. And USI and USCI is added like a 1. 16-bit timer is same 1. And capture, compare and hardware is 2, exact to the 2201. But at the add ADC channels, ADC resolution bits and USI has not added in the particular 2201 series, but 2231 series it has been added in a specific measurized way. In MSP 430 G2452 is that program memory KB is 8, kilobyte is 8, and SRAM bytes is 256, input and output pins 16, ADC channels 8, ADC resolution bits 10, USI 1, 16-bit timer 1, capture is 3, compare and hardware. Yeah, here the last channel is that the capture and the compare is that hardware, whatever the hardware we are including in the particular device, and what was the hardware processor is going to be an access in a particular variancy of a time, that is giving the numbering of 3. At the 2452. 16 bit, it is acting like in a 2231, and all are equal to that, but input and output pins has been increased at the 2452. And the SRAM capacity also has been increased. The SRAM capacity of bytes has been increased into 256. At the 2231 is 128, but 2452 is has increased into the 256. And when we go within the final classification, MSP 430 G2 is that much more classified like the advanced features has been included over here. Here we can see that the programmable memory kilobyte is 16, and SRAM byte is 512, and input and output pins is 16. ADC channels are 8. ADC resolution bits 10. USI 10. 16-bit timer is sorry, USI is 1. ADC resolution is 10 and USI is 1. 16-bit timer is 2. Capture is 3. These all the row which we got it from the family of MSP 430G. And here we can see that the MSP 430G, two model numbers we have been has been included, that the bit timer has the two timers, has in a two timers, and SROM bytes are in a 512. Whatever the byte has capacity, and the and here also we can see that the programmable memory has increased to the 16 kb, mean the 16 kilobyte has been increased the programmable memory here. This is all about the MSP 430 and its classification in the variation of the modulation and as well as the circuit designing process. And here we can see that the MSP 430, it has the nomenclature uses these numbers. The maximum frequency operation of members of this family is 16 megahertz, and it has FRAM for the program memory, and you can have up to 16 kilobytes of programmed memory, and SRAM for storing data you can have up to 4 kilobytes, and the number of inputs, outputs, general purpose inputs, outputs pins that are available in this segment you can have from 15 to 19 GPIO pins. And here you are getting in it the clear architecture you can see over here. What was the MSP 430 is adding, MSP 430, and what was the pin connectivity you can see here. This is the MSP 430, and what is the mentioned here, the microcontroller which was used for the MSP 430. In this microcontroller, what it has been mentioned here, we can see that the 16 kb flash memory and 512 b ram, yeah, 512 ram, and two timer A3s, and 8 channel compo comport of A plus. 8 channel comport of A plus is there, the specification for this, and 8 channel of ADC 10 is there. This was the highest level of that, and USCI is there. And this is all will be used at a particular location, and this is all the data will be transmitted from one object to the another object. And the MSP 430 also used like in an Arduino. Whatever the coding we are giving to the Arduino and it is processing like that only it will be, but at the advanced C language somewhat we have to give for the MSP 430. And here we can see that the USB emulator connection, the USB emulator connection has been there for inserting the program in a particular time, and to without interacting with the particular devices. Embroidered emulsion. Here you can see that the embroidered emulsion mean whatever the processor has there in a particular device, and that processor how it is going to be work with the particular microcontroller, and that microcontroller how it is going to be coordinate with that particular processor, and how it is going to be acts in a different type of condition according to our project. And here we can see that the 6 pins of EZ430 connector. EZ430 connector is then here the portable connector, and we can connect the EZ430 connector directly to the board of MSP430. We have that option for that. And here we can see that the crystal pads. Yeah, here you can see clearly, you can see here this is in a crystal pattern to make the particular device in a uh, cooling section, or else in a somewhat making that precision manner. And here we can see that a part and socket. The part and sockets has been included in the microcontroller only, and the parts and sockets mean the input and output. Whatever the here you can see that this was in a jumper wise like that. This is an output. This is in a male adapter. This is in a female adapter. The whatever the male adapter and the female adapter we are inserting here, that we call in the technical stuff like in a parts and sockets. Whatever the parts in the microcontroller and its sockets, how it is been integrated with the particular device, and the particular device data transformation. And here you can see that power connector. Here you can directly connect within a power, or else you have an external port that, yeah, here whatever the programming you are giving, if you connect with the particular battery or power bank, or else if you connected within the what can I say you that the devices like a laptop or desktop, then you are getting the power for the efficient power for the microcontroller. After inserting the whatever the coding, and you can remove that. And if you want to access in the real time use cases, then you have to connect the battery power to here, and there we have a ground VCC and the plus 5 volt. And if they have been mentioned, or else if generally we use for any type of a model 5 volt, but if we didn't enhance that, and that module has given it the certain specification like a 3.3 volt, then only we are going to give the particular specification like yeah, 3.3 volt only has to be given for this particular device, then only the power will be sufficient. And whatever the data we are giving, according to that data the process controller will be process the data. And here you can see that LED turned on and LED turned off. How it goes mean that firstly we are connecting with the Bluetooth connector. This is the Bluetooth module. This Bluetooth module we can make the, yeah, this is Bluetooth module only. And with this type of Bluetooth module, this Bluetooth module model number is HC05. HC05 is the Bluetooth module, and this Bluetooth module makes the a connection between another device like HC05 Bluetooth module only. It will come the pairing location. After we pairing with this particular Bluetooth, we have to go within the controller, the Bluetooth controller apps. Somewhat applications will be getting at your Play Store, and after going with that Play Store, we can access the Bluetooth. And firstly, we have to give the feed data for that. Yeah, this was the pin. And if you want to on whatever the location, the pin location is, that location has to be keep over here. And we have to mention the A1. If you press the on, the A1 has to be access activate and use the power, the bulb to be in a glow. And if you go within the A2 power connectivity, then after if you press the off,
then the A2 connectivity of a pin will be offed. According to that, whatever the command modes you are giving for the particular Bluetooth model, and the Bluetooth model is going to be transfer this data towards the particular what can I say, the MSP 430. And MSP 430, right now the power is coming from this programmable cable. You are getting the power. And how the four pins is there, one is ground and is one is power. And what was the middle two? Previously only I said that if you want to transfer a particular data from one place to another place, or else in a one device to another device, you has to be the receiver and the transmitter connection. The receiver and the transmitter is main key role to transfer the data from interconnected between the particular sensor and as well as a device. That's why we are using the uh, RX and TX. The receiver and the transmitter is going to be at over here. Okay, the receiver, you want to give the receiver to the transmitter at the module, and the transmitter to the receiver at the device. These two connections will be interconnected between this. Okay, and next we have what they call as a value line microcontroller unit, which means one can exact them to be very expensive. They have two series, that one is FR2XX and the other one is G2 series. The first series again can be operated up to 16 megahertz. It has a frame up to 16 kilobytes and a SRAM up to 4 kilobytes. G2 series, and this is the F2 or first model, and it can optimize up to 16 megahertz, and it has frame up to 16 kilobyte and SRAM up to 4 kilobyte. And the number of G, GPIO pins. The GPIO means that the communication between the particular device, that is called GPIO pins. As you see, is much larger from 16 to 64 pins. You can have, so you can exact that the packaging for this line of microcontroller would be larger, and the G series and indently we are going to use in our experimental, like it has two type of series. One is the FR2 access, and another is G series. Previously we have seen in the family in the G series, but FR2 XX is in the first series, and right now the G series is in the forward condition. And that F422 can add only the 16 megahertz, but it can, the G series can add like in a 16 kilobyte KB. Okay, and here we are increasing the memory capacity and the memory location database that into the 16 to 64 pins, that makes the sense to be give the data transmission. And the communication between one device to the another device, it will be somewhat not only the somewhat much more familiar towards that. They can also operate up to 16 megahertz. They do not have FRAMs. Instead, they have flash memory, and you can have up to 56 kilobytes of flash memory and up to 4 kilobyte of SRAM. And the number of input output pins available in this series, you can have from 4 pins to 32 pins. Now you will be getting the 4 pins to 32 pins in the 56 kilobyte of a flash memory, up to 4 pins to the 32 pins. 32 pins is in the maximum, and the 4 pins is in a minimum. It should be for the particular device. Yeah, Here we can see that the MSP 430 classification and what was the series is, and that series is how it is going to be act in the real-time operation condition and the real-time data management condition. Here we can see that MSP mean processor family, 430 mean MCU platform. Yeah, here you see that MSP means processor family, and here MCU platform 430 mean. FR means device type. Series 6 means series. 9721 future set like a AES accelerators frame optional BSL, and here you will be getting I, that is optional temperature range, and you will be getting the RGC, that is packaging, and T is called as an optimal distribution format. Firstly, you have been clear with this all the thing, how it will be at, from where it has been defined, and what it is exactly you have been got it. Now we going to the classification of the MSP 430 F4697721IRGCT. Now I'll be getting that processor family. MSP is equal to mixed signal processor. Yeah, previously we have studied, we know that. XMS is equal to experimental silicon. This is signal processor, and down one is experimental silicon. MCU platform means T1's 16-bit MSP 430 low power microcontroller platform. T1 16-bit MSP 430 low power microcontroller platform. As I mentioned at the beginning slide, this is a low power consumption platform. Low power consumption module. How the low power will be consumption? The 16-bit low power microcontroller platform. This is the platform like the 16-bit microcontroller platform. That's why it consumes the own low power. Device type, memory type. Sorry, device type means that the memory type FR is equal to FRAM. SRAM, and here you can see that FRAM. There previously you have seen that SRAM. Here it is FRAM. Series is like FRAM 6 series up to 16 megahertz with LCD, FRAM 5 series up to 16 megahertz without LCD. With LCD is there series, and without LCD is there. But the series of that is 6 series and as well as a 5 series. The 5 series we didn't have any LCD, but at the 6 series we have an LCD. I mean the advanced features will be added on to the when the future is going to be increased. And future set we will be getting here AES 9 AES and 8 no AES. And here the accelerators we can getting the 7 HF XT and LFXT. Here you will be getting 2 LFXT, and here the frame of kilobyte is that 264-bit and 0 is 32-bit, and you will be getting optional BSL, basic strategic of literacy. We will be getting that 1 is equal to I square C and no value UART, and you will be getting the one more optional temperature range. S is equal to 0 C, 0 centigrade to 50 centigrade, and I is equal to minus 40 centigrade to the 85 degrees centigrade, and T is equal to minus 40 degrees centigrade to 105 degrees centigrade. Here the level up has been increased according to the particular variance of any letters. And packaging. Yeah, here you can see that the firstly we have explained that what was a company it is going to be name, do the particular what can I say, that the particular device, that is this company TI Technologies. And optional distance is that T small. This is all the features which has been included in the MSP 430 family, and as well as an MSP 430 device. This was the specification labeling table. Here we can find different type of specification and the labels according to the particular objects. And when we go with this, the MSP 430G 2x53 future is that you'd see this microcontroller would be available starting with the number MSP and then 430, because there is a 430 platform. The next number or numeral used is which increase indicates the kind of memory that is available. So if it is F, that means it is flash. F means flash. If it is G, then also it is flash. If it is FR, that means the microcontroller would be have a frame memory, FRAM memory. Okay, flash RAM memory. Flash RAM memory means that the erasable, like that, the flash memory, and so on. And then the other two next digit tells you what kind of frequency operational it offers, and so on. Yeah, here you're seeing that the microcontroller, how it will be classified, and what was the flash memory and the original memory, and how was the RAM it to be added over here. These all the things you're learning here. And here you can see that, guys, the clock control unit. The clock control unit is going to be pass the particular data from the particular ending direction that PC enables, and the PC has been access got the access. In here we are using in a the zero flag and a single flag, and data in 16-bit instruction. The 16-bit instructions is diverted into the IDU. The IDU is interconnecting with the control unit only. The control from the control unit, the data is going to be transmitted into IDU, and from the PC, the data is going to the 16-bit instructions has going to be transmitted here. From here, the data, and from here, the instructions is going to be at, and this IDU has been connected with the particular gate variance WB enable and ALU enable, WET, and the ALU has been subdivided to interconnected with an IDE, sorry, IDU, OP code, opt code, and the data code, and the data output will be released to from 16-bit register, and 3-bit dist address, and the data address bus will be gone to the 16-bit register, and the 16-bit register has given the internal replay to the 16-bit destinations and 16-bit source to the ALU. This ALU making the reload connectivity of that, and here the gate WE also connected to the directly resistors. That's why the processor is running like in the future like this, and whatever the processor is running in interconnected between this, that is called as an MSP 430 G series of 2x53 future. And here you can see that Neumann memory architecture. When we go with a Neumann memory architecture and von Neumann memory architecture and the hardware architecture. Previously, we have learned about an Neumann architecture. The Neumann architecture means that there will be one central processing unit. In this central processing unit, the control unit and the logic unit, there will be two types of subdivision units. That is control unit and the logic unit. And the control unit and the logic unit, the data and the address variable variance is going to be transmit to the memory, and from left side the input is going to be get it, and it is going to be process and give the particular address location for that, and that data is going to be transmit to the memory. That memory it makes giving the output. At the hardware architecture versus on-numer architecture, we can see what was the difference between hardware and the on-numer architecture. On-numer architecture means user single memory space for program and data, limits operating bandwidth. Yeah, it is giving the limited sequence of a bandwidth to be in operation, used for memory space for program and the data. When we come with a Harvard architecture, users uses as two separate memory, separate from program instructions and data improved. Program instructions use two separate memory spaces. At the on number, they are using only the single, but here they are using two separate memory spaces for program instructions and the data. And the second point we are getting that the improved operating bandwidth, it is improving. At the first on number they are giving the limited sequence of a bandwidth, but here they are improved operating bandwidth, mean that the unlimited according to the our use case it will be going to increase. And when we come to the down, allows for widths different bus width, but there the bandwidth is in the limited frequency, and there it has no access for a bus width, but here we are going to be access for bus width also. And this is the memory map. Yeah, when we go within the software companies, what's the work they are going to do? This was the mapping they are going to do over there. And this is the memory map. And in a single memory map using a single set of address bus here and a single set of data bus, you are able to access the ROM, which is the program memory, the RAM and the registers, and so on and so forth. This is highlight the nature of MSP 430 microcontroller family. Yeah, you will be getting the data buses in the RAMs, program memories in a particular variancy of a time and the particular variancy of the frequency modulation, that it makes the stability and the highlights of an MSP 430 microcontroller family. And down we can see that the MSP 430 G2 into X53 future, the low supply voltage range 1.8 volt to 3.6 volt, ultra low power consumption, active mode 230 MUA at 1 MHz 2.2 volt. It is giving the standard the activity mode, and standard by mode is that 0 0.5 MUA, and off mode is that the RAM retention 0 0.1 MUA. 5 power saving modes: LPM0 minus LPM4, ultra fast wake up from standby mode in less than 1 mus. You'll be getting that this all the futures will be included at the MSP 430 G2 X530 futures. You can see guys one more time, this all the futures, this all the futures will be added in this particular MSP 430 family, and make the best services of that particular device. At 5 volt, you may also remember that TTL. Yeah, at the microcontroller we have learned that SSL and the TTL. At here we can see that the TTL, the representation or the representation of any joints, we have seen that TTL and the uh, STL like that. And here we are getting a TTL, timer limitation, that IC is a transistor. Logic IC is operated at a 5 volts, but as the frequency operation increases, continuing to use a higher supply voltage led to higher power dispatch distraction. And one way to reduce power distraction would be to reduce the power voltage. And so MSP 430, since it called itself a low power microcontroller family, therefore one way to reduce the power distraction is to reduce the power supply voltage. And here you can appropriate it in a wide range of voltage between 1.8 voltage to 3.6 voltage. Yeah, here you have gotten a certain specification that 1.8 voltage to 3.6 voltage only you has to be used at this particular device. And this makes it very easy to operate from a battery, easy to operate from a battery of various types. And we will see all kind of batteries. We could use the low power consumption numbers are mentioned here in the next part. In the active mode, it only consumed 0.23 ampere milliampere to 30 microampere of current. What was the current? It is going to be pass 0.23 milliampere to the 230 microampere. That's why it consumes a low power. Okay, now we got it. What was the MSP 430 and what was the MSP 430 families, and how it will be going to be at. Now we can see that the software development tool for the MSP 430. What was the software development tools? It will be Texas Instrument has been made by the MSP 430. That's why the Texas Instruments code Compressor Studio IDE. This is an IDE for to compiling the code of an MSP 430 in the language of an um, C, Embedded C. And according to the Embedded C, the language it is going to be understand. And from the access of a Texas Instrument code Compressor Studio IDE. This is in a the open source platform. If you want to download, you can download. The Ingenia IDE also open source platform. You can download if you want it. And third party development environment is that IAR. The IAR is another source of a third party development platform. If you want to be if these two Ingenia and the Compressor Studio of an IDE is not available, or else it has in the larger space, then this means you can use the IAR, uh, the software also. And GCC open source packages. The packages means that like in a libraries, whatever the libraries we are using for a code, that is called as packages. Packages means that the data set it is going to be a transfer from one pattern to the another pattern on the sequential format, or else in the bit memorable format, that is called as packages. There are many two software development tools that are available for MSP 430. The most important of them is Code Compressor Studio IDE, which means integrated development environment provided by the Texas Instrument. Yeah, whatever the company has been manufactured the particular device, that company only has manufactured the particular software also. If you use this software, it will be quite good for the any accuracies, or else any the data transmission or the data, you will be getting the user friendly platform. if you use their software only. And this is all about this MSP 430, the software development toolkits, and how was the softwares and what was the development software it is going to be used. And in Engine, because it keeps vape provides a vapor around the culture code which is running on the MSP 430, and distance you as a designer for the hardware future of a microcontroller. And so it is good for sorry, it is so good for the beginners. If you are in a school level or else you are in the college level, it is if you learn the MSP 430 means it is so good for the beginners. For me to who is the person who is going for in a the tech field, it is so good for that. And what was the compiling languages? That is the C and the C++. The embedded C is the compiling languages for the particular device. And here you can see that what was the code sources is there, and PC programmable tools and programmers, MSP 430 how was the processor will be, and that processor development boards and applications, what was the real-time application we use, and what was the different type of categories of an MSP 430, and how we can define that this is the MSP 430 model or else a MSP 430 processor. Here you can see that, guys, MSP where code examples and drive libraries and captive design centers, and this is the code sources. This is all about the code sources, and this is all about the programming tools. Whatever the programming tools means, that programming softwares, C, CS, era, IAR, EW 430, we can use this also, and CSS cloud also we can use, and Engina. Engina is here, and Uniflash is here, and MSP gaining. This is here, and whatever the data set we are doing and compiling over here by returning of the coding, we have to insert that by the packaging method, packages methodology to this particular devices. This is the particular devices which we are uh, programmers makes the particular devices according to their convenience. And after testing of these all the devices and after inserting the programming, we are going to be seal up like this. The outer source of an MSP 430 will be like this, and this MSP 430 has the development boards will be like this: EVM boards or launch pads or TI reference design and target source board and booster packs. These all the things is in a development boards, and where we are implementing this type of an MSP 430 in the real time application is that, and building automations, and to be build the building automation like a automatic bulb or the automatic fan, this type of an automations we can use the MSP 430. And a grid infrastructure, that grid infrastructure we can use the MSP 430. And we can use the factory automation, the factory automation we can use the MSP 430. And the capacity of a touch we can use the MSP 430. Ultrasonic sensing we can use the MSP 430. This was all the real time application where we are going to be use at the particular factories and as the real time use case of homes. And programming download mechanism and the MSP 430. Here you can see that the programming downloading methodology means the spite byte white will be SB white using the test and reset, and Jetwick budgeter, and UART USB bootloads, and MSP 430 launch pads will be. And this is all the programming downloading instructions and the particular packages which we are installing to the software. And here you can see that what was the ideally and how we are going to compile that particular task. And this was the Engina IRA embedded workbench, mean that the embedded workbench means we have to give the code with the C++ coding, that is embedded coding. And this was the engine IDE platform will be, and we have to select the particular port variancy, and that according to that port variancy we have to select the packages, and we have to install the packages, and we has to give the particular specified domain for that, and we have to make the programming according to our use cases. And after doing the programming, we has to be in a compile in a particular way. After compiling of that programming, we has to be insert into the particular device. That makes the sense of all the MSP 430. Today we have learned all about in the MSP 430, and what was that families and how it will be worked. This is all about today, guys.